Hey everyone, it's Shork. Welcome back. I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. A question I've gotten asked recently are some people planning some summer trips to Portugal, and they were wondering from our 5 years there if we had any specific spots in the Algarve that we would recommend going to. And so I'm going to give you, as a response to the people that have asked, a place that we enjoyed going to. We went there most often compared to everywhere else in Portugal. We liked the atmosphere, we liked the food, the beach, being close to some other things, and that was the town of Vilamoura. Now, as I start this video, I also want to ask people that have traveled to Portugal, what's your favorite town in the Algarve to go to, and why? Beach food, because it's a smaller village, or do you want to go to a larger city, or the attractions? For us, Vilamoura was a great place because it was quiet, oddly enough. There was the Praia de Vilamoura, the beach there that we went to. We never had a problem getting chairs and an umbrella or just finding a place on the beach, even in the high tourist season of the summer. And then the water was a little bit warmer there, so it's a little easier to go in. The place that we stayed at was called the Tivoli Marina, Vilamoura. And the way it's set up is you have views, depending on what side of the building you're on. You can see the marina of Vilamoura, kind of, as well as part of the ocean. Or you have another side where you are looking at the casino in Vilamoura, as well as the ocean. You're looking towards Crotira. The great thing about it is you're about 100 to 150 steps from sand from the Tivoli, from the front door. Let's talk about the Tivoli. So great amenities, really good breakfast with lots of stations in the morning. So it's not your typical like a continental breakfast, full breakfast. They have an outdoor pool. I will say it gets packed pretty early, so you have to kind of reserve your chair. They also have an indoor pool, a smaller one, but they have an indoor area if you want to just swim inside. But you can get out to the beach, you can enjoy yourself. There are some beach bars and restaurants along the beach between Vilamoura and Crotira that you could go to. Across from Tivoli, there's a place called Pure Beach Vilamoura, and that's more where they have like a DJ. And never went in there. That was a little above our means. I think that was a different different group of people going there and partying. That's not for us, but it's there if you want it. But the beach was very nice, and we really enjoyed it. And the great thing about Vilamoura, for our opinion, is that there's some really good food options. Leaving the Tivoli property, going into the marina, there's a little bit of something for everybody. There's a great steakhouse. There's a couple of really good pubs, we feel, with some good pub food. A couple of them have great English breakfasts the next morning. But there's Asian food, there's Indian food, there's different ethnic food there. So you don't want just Portuguese food. You can get some different food if you like. We really enjoy that. It just seemed like a little more relaxed and laid back. What we were told is a lot of like the one percenters go to Vilamoura, and it was interesting because when we were going to Tivoli, we always got a deal staying at the hotel. It's not the most expensive hotel in Vilamoura, thankfully. It's also not the cheapest. But in the marina areas where you see like oftentimes these huge yachts that come in, and that's where I guess the millionaires and billionaires play around. No pun intended, because there's golf in the community. There's a couple of golf courses in Vilamoura. There is a casino right next to the Tivoli Hotel too. So if you want to gamble and place your bets, you can do that. What we also really enjoyed about where we stayed, the Tivoli and right along the beach, is that there's kind of a boardwalk that takes most of the way, or a sidewalk that you can walk. It's about a 15-minute walk to get down to Crotira to the east. And it's a really cool place. We generally go there for seafood, oddly enough. Vilamoura's got some great pubs when we want drinks and we want some burgers. But when we want some good Portuguese seafood, we'll go to Crotira, and it's fantastic. They have some really good restaurants there too that kind of are a little out of the way. People don't talk about them, and people, I think, kind of skip over that town, and think about other places like along the way. But Cortaira, Vilamoura, I don't think you can go wrong. You can get down there from Porto or Lisbon by bus. There's a bus stop right in the middle of Vilamoura. The trains don't stop in Vilamoura, but they stop north of Vilamoura. There's a couple of stops that, depending on where you're staying, you can stop at one or the other. And I'm showing you this on the map, kind of circling them so you know where they are. But that's where I would go. Now, that's just us and our opinion, and my wife, if she was on these videos, she would say the same. What is your hot spot? If you've gone to Portugal and the Algarve, where do you care to go? And if you live in the Algarve, what are some places that you would recommend? Because you may say, that's ridiculous, I would never go to Vilamoura. We would recommend going somewhere else. Put it in the comments. Tell people where you would go otherwise. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope this gives you some information. I would choose Vilamoura. When we get back to Portugal and we go to the Algarve, that's where we're going to be staying again. So as always, thank you so much for watching and enjoy your travels.